Hi friends, my name is Akhil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to use the cache transformation in SSIS. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is what is cache transformation in SSIS and how to use it. So recently I got a question from one of my subscriber Anand, and he commented on one of the video and asked like why don't we use cache transformation instead of temp tables. So I thought to make a video on the cache transformation because I never created any video on the cache transformation, and when I looked at it, so it seems very promising to me, especially in case of the lookup transformation. So when we do lookup transformation, so the reference table for the lookup transformation, it should either use the OLEDB connection manager or it can use the cache connection manager. So far whenever I have used the lookup transformation, I have always used the OLEDB connection manager there because my tables were always situated inside the SQL server. But suppose if you don't have the SQL server, or maybe if you don't have the permissions on the SQL server to create a table, then you can keep the staging table in a cache file, and then you can use the cache file as a reference file in the lookup transformation to compare two different data set. So we will see how we can create the cache file and how we can import the data from a flat file into the cache file. So let's continue on this one. So I have two files, emails and emails underscore part2. So I will import the data from the emails underscore part2 to a cache file using the cache connection manager, and then maybe in the next video I will show you how we can use the lookup transformation to compare the data between a flat file and a cache file, and we won't be using the SQL server table for this particular example. Okay, so this is the source file, or you can say this is the file that will be imported into a cache file. So let me close this one. So let me open the SSIS package. So this is my blank SSIS package that I will be using today, and because we are dealing with the data, we want to import the data, so we will be using a data flow task here. So I can just drag and drop the data flow task into the control flow window, and then I can configure the data flow task. Because our source is a flat file, so we can use a flat file source here, and I can configure the flat file source. Click new to create a new flat file connection manager. I can call the connection manager as flat file, and I can browse the file. So my file is situated inside D files location. This is the file emails underscore part2. So I will open this file. If I click on preview, so the data seems good here. It contains few columns, so I can click on OK. And now we want to use the cache transformation to create a cache file. So I will be creating a cache file at this particular location, D files cache file folder. Okay, so at the moment the folder is empty, so I can go back to the SSIS package and I can just drag and drop a cache transformation. So if you write like CA, so you can see a cache transformation here. So I can just drag and drop the cache transformation into the data flow task, and now I can connect the flat file source with the cache transformation, and now I can configure the cache transformation. Here we need to make a cache connection manager, so I can click new to create a new cache connection manager. If you want to give another name to the connection manager, then you can give, otherwise you can leave it as it is, and then you can click on this one, use file cache. So you can click on this particular option and you can browse the cache file where you want to create the cache file to. So I want to create the cache file to this location, D files cache file, and maybe I can call my cache file as cache email. Okay, and I can click on OK. So it will create a cache file with an extension of CAW. So I can click on open, and now you can go to the columns. So here you can see all the columns listed here, and whatever column you want to make is the key column in the lookup transformation, like on which column you want to make a join in the lookup transformation. So for that particular column you can make the index position as 1, because the index position should be 1 for the column that you are going to use as a join in the lookup transformations. Because I want to use the ID column as the joining column in the lookup transformation, so that's why I can change the index position to 1 for this column, and for rest of the columns you can leave the index position as it is, which will be 0. So I can click on OK, and then I can click on the mappings. So you can see all the input columns have been mapped with the destination column, so this is good, and now I can click on OK. So our SSIS package is ready, and if you will execute it, so it will read all data from the flat file and will insert into a cache file using the cache transformation. So I can click on start button and it should run the SSIS package. So you can see that 501 records read from the flat file, and those records have been inserted to a cache file. So if I open the folder, the cache file folder. So I can see the cache underscore email file has been populated. It has some data in it. So if you want to open the file, so maybe you can open it in Notepad++. So you can see it seems like the data has been stored here, but in some different format which we can't directly read it. Okay, but using the cache connection manager we can read this particular file. So maybe I can close this one. Yeah, so this is how you can use the cache transformation and you can write the data into a cache file. And now in the next video I will show you how you can use the lookup transformation and how you can use the cache file. So maybe I can just show you like where is the option in the lookup transformations. So if you see the lookup transformation and if you right click on it, so you can see an option here, cache connection manager. Okay, so by default we use the OLEDB connection manager, but if you have the cache file then you can also use the cache connection manager. So that we will see in the next video. Yeah, so I think that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.